I'm Anil Kumar. Let me thank all the viewers and subscribers for watching my video. Special thanks to Mr. Francis. He has been watching my videos and sharing them with his friends. And here are few questions from him. They're all based on age. So these are the word problems which you normally see in test papers. So here are 5 questions which we are going to solve. We'll also understand strategies to find a quick solution to such questions. You can always pause the video, copy these questions, try them out, and then look into my videos. I think you can see 4 questions very clearly. So pause the video, copy these questions, solve them. Here is the 5th question, right? We'll now take up solution of these questions one by one. Question number 1. The ratio of ages of Anil and Ben is 2:3. 4 years earlier, their age ratio was 5:8. Find the present age of Anil and Ben. Now, whenever you have a ratio problem, it means they are multiple of the same number, right? So, what we are given here is that Anil is to Ben. That ratio we are given, right? So it is given the ratio is 2:3. So it could be 2 times some variable x. We don't know what exactly it is. And this is 3 times x. That's what it means. So whenever we write the ratio of ages of Anil and Ben is 2:3, that means their age is 2x and 3x, right? Now the second statement here is 4 years earlier. So this is present age, right? We'll call this as present. Now 4 years earlier, what will be their age? They'll be younger by 4 years, correct? So 4 years younger means 2x minus 4, correct? And this becomes 3x minus 4. Do you see that? So that is going to be their age 4 years earlier. So it says 4 years earlier, their age ratio is 5:8. So that is going to be their age, and that ratio is 5:8. That means we can get the ratio equation 4x minus 4 divided by 3x minus 4 equals to 5:8. Is that clear to you? So we get our statement in this fashion. Now it is a question of solving this particular equation, correct? So we'll learn the technique of solving such equations. One method is cross multiplication, right? So let me write down one method, which is cross multiplication. So you cross multiply means you multiply the numerator by 8 and this take it on the other side, correct? So that is what we mean. This is cross multiplication, correct? So when you do cross multiplication, you get 8 times 2x minus 4 equals to 5 times 3x minus 4, correct? Now you can apply the distributive property, open them up. So we get 16x minus 32 equals to 15x minus 20. Bring the variables together. 16x minus 15x equals to 32 minus 20. That is x, right? So we get x equals to 32 minus 20 is 12. So we get the value of x, correct? Now we can write what their present age is, right? So when x is 12, we can write present age. That is the answer. So for Anil, it is going to be 2 times 12, right? So 2 times 12, which is 24, right? And for Ben, it is 3 times 12, which is 36. Both are in years. Perfect. So you have your solution right there. Perfect. Now that is how systematically you should be solving this particular equation. Now let me share with you a trick, kind of a trick to solve this much faster than the way we did, right? So let me write down here strategy. So we'll say strategy to solve. So strategy is you look at 2x and 3x, so that gives you an idea, and that is that you could subtract 1 from each side. See what happens. So we have here 2x minus 4 over 3x minus 4. So if I subtract 1 from this, similarly 5 over 8, and if I subtract 1 from that also, then what do you get? Well, 2x minus 4 minus 3x minus 4 we get here, right? Divide by 3x minus 4. And in this side, we get 5 minus 8, right? So there's less space here, so I'll do kind of a shortcut here. So when you do this 2x minus 4 minus 3x minus 4 divided by 3x minus 4, that becomes the denominator. Here you get 5 minus 8 divided by 8, correct? So that's what you get. Let me shift the page a bit on this side. Now 2x minus 3x is minus x, and minus 4 cancelled, you see. So in any age problem that will normally cancel. So we get minus x over 3x minus 4 here, and 5 minus 8 is minus 3 over 8. So we get this kind of an equation which is much simpler to solve, right? So you could actually solve this by cross multiplication and then get your answer. So if you do cross multiplication, we can just get rid of this minus. You can cancel the minus, right? So we get 8x equals to cross multiply now. So we get 9x minus 12, and bring 12 to this side and 8x to that side, we get x equals to 12. Do you see that? So at times you could also take away 1 and then do the question, right? So we talk about a strategy which is componendo and dividendo, which can be applied, which is based on this. Okay. Anyway, let's look into second question now. Question number 2 here is, the ratio of ages of Sam and Tom is 3:4. So we can write here Sam is to Tom, right? And the ratio is 3:4. That means 3x, 4x. Is that okay? After 8 years. So after 8 years means we have to add 8, correct? So after 8 years, they will become 3x plus 8. And then this will be 4x plus 8. So it says after 8 years, their ages is in the ratio 4:5. So now we'll write our ratio, right? So we'll say 3x plus 8 over 4x plus 8 is equals to 4/5. 4/5. Is that clear to you? Now what are you going to do? Cross multiply and solve. Or you could subtract 1 from both the sides and do it. Either way, you could solve this, right? So apply the strategy which works best for you. So for the time being, we'll do cross multiplication. So 3x plus 8 equals to 4 times 4x plus 8, right? So that becomes your equation. Let's take it to the right side and further solve it. So 3 times 5 is 15. So 15 plus 40 equals to 16x plus 32, right? So bring them together. We get 40 minus 32 equals to 16x minus 15x. That means x is equal to 8. And now, what is their present age? No, what is their present sum of ages? We now want sum of ages. So let's add them. So present age will be, so 3x will be equals to 3 times 8, which is 24. That is for Sam, right? And 4x is for Tom, which is 4 times 8, which is 32, right? This is for Tom. And total is how much? Add them up, correct? So we get 6 and 5, 56 years is their total age, correct? So that is how it could be solved. So I hope the steps are absolutely clear. Now here is the third question. I'd like you to pause the video, answer this question, and then look into my suggestions. Question number 3 is, The ratio between the present age of P and Q is 5:7. So we are talking about P is to Q. Their age is 5:7. If the difference between Q's present age and P's age after 6 years, right? So plus 6 years, we are only talking about, we'll write X and X, that is the ratio, right? So plus 6 years will be 5x plus 6, right? And this will be 7x plus 6. Anyway, the question is tricky. It says, if the difference between Q's present age, so we are only interested in the present age of Q, right? Q's present age, this is present age. Correct? So difference between Q's present age and P's age after 6 years and P's age after 6 years, right? We want these two differences. That is to say, 7x minus 5x plus 6 is equal to. So it says difference between Q's present age and P's age after 6 years is 2. Do you get that idea, right? So that is what the equation is. So open the bracket. So we get 7x minus 5x minus 6 equals to 2. 2x equals to 2 plus 6. So 2x is equals to 8 and x equals to 8 over 2, which is 4. What are we? What is the sum of the ages of P and Q at present? So we need to find sum of ages again of P and Q at present, right? So let's find the ages first. So P is how many years old? P is 5 times 4, right? So 5 times 4, which is 20. And Q is how much? Q is 7 times 4, which is 28. And so sum will be how much? Add them up, right? So 48 years. So that is how you're going to solve it. Is that clear to you? So I hope the steps are absolutely clear, right? Question number 4. The ratio between ages of P and Q is 4:3. So we are given P is to Q again. The ratio is 4:3. So actual age, we will say 4x, 3x, right? So this becomes present age. After 6 years means plus 6 years, right? P will be 26. So plus 6 years of P, which is 4x plus 6. So what are we saying? We are saying that after 6 years, P will be 26. So that gives you an equation that 4x plus 6 is equal to 26, right? So after 6 years, we are interested in P's age, which is 26. What is the age of Q, which we have to find, right? So we need to find this number. Is that clear to you? Now this is a clear equation. We have 4x equals to 26 minus 6. 4x equals to 20, x equals to 20 over 4, which is 5. Once you put 5 here, then Q is equal to 3 times 5, which is 15, correct? So the present age of Q is 15 years. Is that clear to you? So that is how we should be solving it, right? Now here is a test question which had been in one of the test papers of SSC. Now it says what? There are a lot of wordings here which you have to be careful about. Question 5. A person was asked to state his age in years. His reply was, take my age 3 years hence, multiply it by 3, and then subtract 3 times my age 3 years ago, and you will know how old I am. What was the age of the person? So carefully look into this, write down the equation and get the solution. Here is how I will do. So we'll again begin by present age, right? So we say present age equals to x. So we actually begin with let statement, right? So let present age be x. So it says a person was asked to state his age in years. His reply was, take my age 3 years hence, means after 3 years. So after 3 years, it will be how much? X plus 3, right? Multiply it by 3. So multiply by 3 means x plus 3 times 3. Clear? Multiply by 3. And then subtract 3 times my age 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago means, let's write 3 years ago will be x minus 3. So what does it say? Let's read it. So it says subtract 3 times my age 3 years ago and you will know my age. So we have to first multiply this. So we have this and then we have to multiply this by 3 times. So 3 times will be 3 times x minus 3. So we have to subtract. Now subtract. So we have to subtract these two, clear, to get the age. Does it make sense to you? Perfect. So read it once again. A person was asked to state his age in years. His reply was, take my age 3 years hence, that means after 3 years, multiplied by 3. So we get 3 years hence, multiply by 3, and then subtract 3 times my age 3 years ago. So that means x minus 3. Is that clear to you? You will get my age. You will get my age means x. X is my age. Do you get the idea? Okay, so let's open the bracket. So we get 3x plus 9 minus 3x, and that is also minus and minus becomes plus 9 is x. 3x and 3x cancel. 9 plus 9 is 18. So we get 18 equals to age of the person, present age. And therefore, the answer is present age is 18 years. Is that clear? So that is how we are going to solve all these questions. Well, Francis, thanks a lot for sharing at least 25 questions on this topic. I selected these 5 as they actually give you the good variety, right? So, and I hope that should help you to answer all the related questions, and that should really help many of my subscribers. Thanks once again. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and if you all like to and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.